Hey, this is Hound Dog Steve here reporting, and this just out today at The Guardian, Brexit Bill and Article 50, what happens next? Okay, so the Brexit vote passed in Parliament. Vote overwhelmingly. I'm going to play you this little clip here. It gives you an idea of what happened and what was said.
Do we trust the people or not?
We are in the Labour Party, above all, Democrats.
I believe this House does not have a choice, but has a duty to withhold from the government the right to proceed with Brexit.
To vote against the majority verdict, I think it would provoke a deep constitutional crisis in our country.
And we are not going to allow this non-vision act of madness from this House.
The ayes to the right, 498. The noes to the left, 114.
And there you have it, one step closer. And now it goes to the House of Lords, I believe. Let's just flip back to the other one. It gives you a timetable here. So here we are. February 6th and 7th, we're on the 9th. Okay, so the final vote, the bill is almost certain to pass and be sent to the Lords. February 20th, the House of Lords is likely to begin debating the bill after Parliament returns from recess. This may continue for some days. If the peers vote to amend the bill, it will be returned to the Commons and continue to pass back and forth in a process known as ping-pong until the text is agreed. March 7, government hopes Brexit will have passed through the Lords by this date. Once the bill has received royal assent, May will be able to trigger Article 50 at any point thereafter. And March 31st, of course, this is the self-imposed deadline set by May for invoking Article 50 by notifying the European Council of Britain's intention to leave the EU. So here we go. I didn't think we would get this far. It will be interesting to see whether it goes any further. I personally believe that this was the right move for Britain. The EU is just such a cloying, overwhelming, burdensome, bureaucratic. It's like wading through a jar of cold cream, for goodness sake. The bureaucracy is maddeningly deep. Nobody knows who to talk to, where to get things resolved, endless committee meetings. It is just a complete zoo in Brussels. And for a country to be tied to the Brexit, to Europe, is just like having a boat anchor. Well, let me put it this way. Say, for example, you and your household wanted to be part of the European Union. So what would happen is you'd have to give them the keys to your house, the keys to your car. They would have to monitor all of your income. All of your bank accounts would be under scrutiny. If you have spare rooms, you will be told that you will have lodgers staying in those spare rooms and that you will be responsible for looking after the welfare of those people, those lodgers. And you will have to pay the EU for the privilege of being able to do that. And they're going to govern so much of what you do, what you produce, that you will not be able to move even within the confines of your own house. You'll have to have a particular chair, you'll have to have a particular heating device, you'll have to sit in a particular position, you'll only be able to go to certain websites. Everything that you do, every aspect of your life will be under the control of the European Union. Now, I don't know anybody, I certainly wouldn't sign a deal like that, where there's no flexibility at all, that if they make a decision in Brussels, you have to abide by that decision, and there is no veto, there is no sidestepping. This central planning madness just does not work. I'm going through a particular issue right now in my own municipality, which was amalgamated in 2000 it has been an unmitigated disaster for 16 years trying to centralise 16 townships into one city. We have spent so much money, there is so much wastage, the cost of implementation is way above what was expected. It just doesn't work. And now that we're in the 21st century and we are decentralising, sadly we have people still in positions of power who are hypnotised by the mantra of central planning. And I will agree that central planning looks wonderful on the drawing board, but in reality it just doesn't work. Anyway, this is just a quickie because this is an important issue, and I'm certainly pleased to see that it has crossed its first important hurdle in Parliament. And to mention that it could be a constitutional crisis to go against the public. That was an important little takeaway from that. Constitutional crisis. Okay, this is Hound Dog Steve signing off. I hope you have a great evening, and please be well and think about the world. Good night.